to Dr. Anil Bhoraskar, who's earlier also been on another show that we did, especially for people with diabetes. Dr. Bhoraskar, I want to ask you, taking off from where Dr. Kumar was talking about the vaccine's efficacy. If we look at the efficacy of Russia's Sputnik V, it has 92% protection. If we look at Covaxin, it has 81% efficacy. Covishield has supposed to have efficacy of 90%. When so much data is there that vaccines do work, isn't it something, taking on that positive note that Dr. Kumar has spoken about, something that India is going to get a huge boost of when above 18 is going to get vaccinated? Like he did say, 14.5 crore are already vaccinated in India.
Now, I'm very happy you got me on this program, and amongst the stalwarts, they have covered practically every issue. There are 2-3 points probably have been skipped due to lack of time. And one of them is the role of oxygen auditing. Now, I have a hospital, Rahej Hospital, where we are treating more than 117 patients of COVID. Now, I feel that there are very many high-profile people getting admitted. And they get admitted and they look at their oxygen saturation meters. And the moment oxygen saturation goes below 96, they tell the staff to increase the flow. Now, it is certainly not required that everybody should have oxygen saturation more than 96. In order to make it more than 96, these guys, with their might and weight in a private hospital, they bully the sisters and increase the oxygen rate to 6 and 7 liters. So a lot of oxygen is wasted because of these idiots. I'm sorry I call them idiots, because who has told them that oxygen saturation has to be more than 96? Up to 92, if the patient is not breathless, his respiratory rate is not more, is no tachycardia, we don't insist on giving high level oxygen. And we insist on giving prone position oxygenation. Prone ventilation given in a room can save oxygen and also prevent pulmonary catastrophe. So people trained. And what has happened, there are multiple agencies, multiple guidelines by multiple people. The most confused are the ones which are bigger organizations, and they confuse us more. Every day they keep on changing the guidelines. So I think we have to go on a basis of common sense. What tells us, if there is acute shortage of oxygen, give oxygen. If there is an infection, treat infection. If there is a fever, treat fever. This doesn't need a great science. You don't need a great COVIDologist to start this treatment. This can be done by ordinary physicians. 90% of the RT-PCR positive and a CT scan correlate less than 6 can be managed at home. You don't have to rush to the hospitals and occupy a bed which may be required for a deserving patient. So I think the public attitude must change, and we have to educate people that what are the warning signals. Now, our knowledge in last 7-8 months has evolved. We are also learning new science. We are also realizing that diarrhea is one of the symptoms which we never had even imagined. So there are a lot of new signs and symptoms are coming up. We have to take that into account and give the warning signals to a patient so that he can rush to the hospital in right time and not panic. The phobia is killing this disease more than the disease itself. Why there is so much phobia and why there is so much confusion? The confusion is there because there are no two guidelines are along with each other. So, when we are dealing with such people in this country or all over the world, common sense medicine, my dear friend, and everybody will realize people who practice common sense, they do far better than who follow book and guidelines. I'm sorry, I'm very blunt, and that's why Arna likes me. And I don't mince words, and I tell you, Meri Man Ki Baat. This is what I want to tell, that we have to start auditing our oxygen utilization in the hospital and underutilize oxygen. We are using it too much and wasting it. Thank you very much.